Listen. So before we dive into my show, I need you to understand a few things. The Savon experience is just that. The Savon experience. So be warned. These are my views, my thoughts, my opinions. So listen, don't take it serious. Don't get too upset. It's for entertainment purposes only, boo-boo. I don't really know you like that. You don't really know me like that, right? So we gonna be cool, right? We ain't gonna get mad, right? Because we know. I just speak what I think. So calm down. Chill out. It's just entertainment. You know, girl? So, keep it cute. And if you gonna listen, listen from a place of love. Don't get too mad.
People OG.
Ooh, girls, y'all just don't know. I am so excited to see y'all on tonight. So very excited. Yes. Yes. Ooh. Bring in my other folks, honey.
Yes, God, I love this beat. This beat is nasty, baby.
Hold on.
Yes, God.
Hey, where did you get this? I like this.
Hey, one more again, huh? And 1, 2, 3, and hey! Come through, God. Oh,
Look who's here. Hey!
What up?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Hey. What's going on?
Ooh.
You finished.
Let me tell you what I just did. Let me tell you what I just did.
What happened?
So, I just talked to you right before I got on here, child.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yep.
You get me? Okay. Tell me why I did an impromptu pre-show to your show, to the Savon Social Club. And T. Belen said, Savon on. I said, no. I said, she don't come on at 10 o'clock. She said, she on. I said, girl, I'm telling you, she come on at 10 p.m. And then I had to think, it's the time zones, bitch. I was like, girl,
no, you were right. You were right. I used to come on at 10 p.m. your time.
I keep forgetting.
Yep. Because you know what? I was mad. I was mad because I was like, wait. I was texting you and I'm like, Facebook fucking up again. He done had a pre-show and I done missed the whole goddamn show, thinking they'd send me my notifications late.
Hey, Jasmine. Hey,
Hi, love. How are you?
Girl, it's been a long week.
It's been a good week. It's been a blessed week for you, honey. Just blessed and highly favored, honey.
Blessed and highly favored, honey. These Zooms about to take me out, child. These Zoom meetings and stuff I've been on all night for 5 hours long.
What? Oh, you've been on
meetings? Who having Zoom meetings?
Miss Sophia.
Sophia.
So is it like you got to be a member of her thing for them?
No, you just got to. I mean, if you be on her YouTube lives, child, they done started these Zoom things to where you can like set somebody that's a part of the live can like one of her, you know,
like Legally Leah is like one of them or something.
yeah, they can pay to set it up and be a host, and so they host it, and so as a result of that, they host a meeting, and then they'll just bring her in, and then just add other people whoever want to come in, just keep adding them. But these things, y'all, go from like 12 a.m. to like 11 o'clock a.m. I kid you not. Like the other day, they did not get off until 11 o'clock a.m. I went to sleep and woke up, and then they was back at it again. So I was like, look, girl, look, I'm gonna have to sit here and take a break tonight because I got other people I need to support right now and show love to. I'm gonna have to sit here and get back at y'all. I need my sleep and get my sleep cycle back correct, because child, it being up to 7 o'clock was good.
And Mr. P be on there till 7 o'clock.
They built that to 12 noon. 11 o'clock a.m., 12 hours. I'm like,
I don't get it. That's a whole job.
That is a whole career.
Like,
I'm gonna have to check them. I'm gonna have to check them out.
they be popping though. They be popping. No lie.
They gotta be.
It's just, like,
Shout out to Miss Sophia, honey, and the Laughing Hyenas, Lord Jesus. But listen, we gonna get right on into some things, because you know, girl, y'all. Oh,
I just want to say I'm so glad to be back. For those that are out there watching,
we are so glad to see you.
So glad to see you.
So glad to see you. And on that note,
it feels so good.
And on that note, I just want to say, in lieu of you and all of my love muffins that's on the panel with me tonight.
There's some hoes in this house.
Hey! Wait a minute, ho. I gotta get out of bed out of this one.
This is the old one. It ain't gonna be on here but long, honey. Hold on. Wait.
Hold on.
Oh. Look. I'm pausing and get ready. Because I ain't trying to get shut down.
Hold on. Here you go.
I got a few more seconds.
Let me turn the light on real quick. Hold on.
A few more seconds.
There you go. There you go.
You ready?
Go ahead and switch it. Go ahead and switch it, girl. Go ahead and switch it, man.
What? Oh, hey, go. Oh. This is the old one right here.
This is the old one.
Hey, let me see
Hey.
Look.
I'm gonna have to pause it there, because listen, I'm trying to make sure we got a good old night. Look.
Let me see how I do that split. I want to see can I do the split.
You want to see if you can do the Meg and the Cardi B? Speaking of, congratulations, Lord Jesus, the Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion on your newest album, honey. WAP. Red Ass Petunias.
Look, let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. Fuck all them hoes out there who got something to say. I like the song. I'm in love with it.
Say it. I am Red Ass Petunias. Yes, God.
Yes, come on, pump it up. Come on, pump it up. Pump it up.
I think it's tired.
Look, I'm in love with it. I'm here for it.
I mean, you can have it. You can have my. It's. I mean, it's all right, but it sounds like it's the same flow that Cardi B does every time. Now Megan gave me life on it, but it's the same style that Cardi does every single time. And I was looking for something different. I was looking for a different collabo, and everybody like hyped it up. And I watched the video like 3-4 times. I'm like, okay, the fashions are cute.
Yeah,
the fashions are gorgeous. The fashions are undeniable.
It's a part of her formula. Like if your formula works and it's bringing you money,
but she sounds like she's slow though. When she's doing it though, she sounds like she's slow.
But let me respectfully say, and to my love muffin Cardi B, I love you to death, baby. But she's always sound a little, that's brand.
But you know what? Okay, so I have to think about it because the way what I just said, because little Kim always did that. And then when she did her thing. So everybody had their little, everybody does their little thing. So I can't. But when I was looking at it, I could understand the concept behind it, but I just thought that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought some scenes of it was a little bit like not put together, like well put together, if that makes sense. Like, what was the purpose of Miss Thing walking down the thing?
So I went back and I watched it. Well, I've watched it several times. Let's just be very clear. I've watched it several times, and I still don't quite understand what Kylie's part. I was here for the vision. I was here for her body. I was here for her face. But I don't see did you owe her a favor? Like, what did y'all have a play date?
I didn't understand that.
Like, that's. I mean, like I said, in retro, taking a looking back at everything. Okay, so you have a formula. You know how you doing it your way. So I get that you have your own style. Okay, outside of that, it was a cute remix, but I just didn't understand some of the concepts of it. I guess that's where I'm at. Because like whenever they had on the purple and the green outfit, like Carly was just, the hair was not there for me. Like the outfit was together, but the hair was just like too much like Jokerish.
I loved all her hairstyles, especially that one she had with the chain link braid. Oh, hair was so fast. I knew it took forever to do. It was creative.
I just like the homage to the old BAPs, you know.
Yes.
To wear the outlandish
yes.
The outlandish outfits. Like I like the whole visuals. Like you can tell where
who had this hairstyle at prom, bitch,
and
in the 90s.
I promise you, Pump It Up is about to go off the shelves once again.
Surely is. Cause baby, I girl, let me tell you something, baby. Pin curls and these it's gonna be Pump It Up and lace with 360 with 360 lace wigs.
That's it. I'm telling you, it's coming back. The barrel curls. They're coming
barrel curls, bitch. That was my whole thing in the 90s when I was in hair school, girl. I know, girl.
With the swoop, with the frozen swoop.
We was just talking about the swoop last night. And look, and the dog earpiece. I want a swoop with a piece hanging.
But look, this is the only thing. I did not understand Kylie Jenner being in there. And the only other thing I would have liked to see is that being that Cardi is in love with the City Girls, I wish the City Girls would have been in there. So I hope they do a remix with the City Girls.
A camo?
You know.
But I absolutely love Suki ass being in there, baby. Suki Hana. Right. Yes, ma'am.
Which one was that one?
That was the one with the Bantu knots. She from Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. So, moving right along, God. Thank you so much for your feedback on that. But, before we move on, though, did you all know that Meg Thee Stallion is supposed to be the new face?
Yes.
On cosmetics.
Revlon
Cosmetics.
Workout. That's an achievement within itself. Workout. Congratulations.
It is. Now, Halle Berry was the face for a very long time. So congrats, Meg. Congrats, Meg. What'd you say, baby?
Which cosmetics?
Revlon.
Oh, right then, Revlon. Come on.
Right, bitch. I was excited about that. All right, y'all. We got somebody who wants to say hello. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Before you go there, I just wanted to say with the whole visual and everything like that, like, you know, I do understand, because I was just seeing some of the comments, you know, I do understand it's artistic, but in my opinion, you know, some things I didn't understand some things of it. And I just want to give shout out to Meg for, you know, the natural body and not, you know, not saying that you have to be a size 0 in order to be seen as beautiful. So I want to give her shout outs on that too, because, you know, she does a really good job representing who she is and size wise and stuff. And I don't know if anyone has ever seen Legend on whenever they're doing the house balls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She was a judge on there. Baby, when I tell you she got on there and she broke down and she told everybody like she never seen herself as being beautiful because, you know, idealistically, we always see as a European as the small framed women as beautiful. So I give shots out to her and to her skin complexion for her to be as a not necessarily a light skinned girl, not necessarily a super dark skinned girl, but she's a dark skinned girl and she's getting played with it. So you know, I give shots out where it's supposed to be.
So if y'all watched Go-Go's live last night, girl, I was, you know what, I feel bad because I wasn't trying to fat shame or anything like that. I just noticed, you know, a little thick, and I like a little thickalicious, but you know, I think she represented well too, friend. I really do. So yeah, as we move along, one of my moderators want to say a good evening to you guys. It's been a moment since she's given us some of her time, so let's bring her right on in.
Okay.
Oh,
oh shit! Here we go. Here we go.
I just want to make sure I got this video done for y'all, because y'all know I'm at the shop. So I just got at the shop and that bitch just left. Bye! She got on. I'm so glad she got on. She got on my fucking nerves today, okay? But anyway, so I'll be in the comments tonight for the show because I'm working. I've got a few clients tonight, so I'll be the one as she's recording her little show. I missed it, y'all. What's y'all?
We missed you too.
Look at her.
I don't know who idea was for her to go on this goddamn liquid reboot, whatever the fuck it is she going on. And she got let me tell you, honey. I don't know who idea it was, but all y'all hoes can go to hell because she done got on my fucking nerves all goddamn week. Just because she want a hamburger. I almost threw one down that bitch's throat. Shit. She had one more time to say something fucked up to me and I was gonna fuck her ass up. Okay? I would have been so surprised. Of the week, but then you know what? She came on back. She got better as it went on, girl. And I'm so glad because I told her that COVID weight wasn't cute. She thought I was getting I see that thickness, girl. You think it? What you gonna do about it, girl? Fat ass. What you gonna do about it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got a story for y'all.
I hate her.
This heifer came in the shop and, Savon went here because she probably would have asked that I handle it differently.
Oh God.
But she came in because she didn't have a mask on. And my mask is off right now because I'm talking to you. And ain't no clients here. We just did our cleaning. From this.
Hey, beautiful. You've got a text message.
But she came in with no mask on, bitch. And I think she thought this was public, honey, Kroger, Big Lots. Something bitch was she thought she was coming in with that old cleaning shit. Not here, girl. Where your mask at? Where your mask at, bitch?
Yep.
That part.
Around here. Because in fact, it's not in a bad neighborhood or anything like that. We just don't do walk-ins, girl. We never have. You gotta have an appointment to come. And right now, folks just coughing and walking everywhere. No, you ain't gonna walk up in this bitch honey without a mask on, girl. Where's your mask?
That part.
Bitch, I don't know what you've been doing. You could be quarantined on Sarah this. I don't know what you've been doing, girl, but you ain't coming up in here. Girl. I said, well, right, so you get your mask, you won't be coming, you won't be crossing the threshold into this one, girl. That's a big man. Big man, bitch. Come on, so you let me in, bitch. I done paid my deposit and then a bitch. The fuck you and your deposit, bitch. You ain't coming up through here without your mask on.
Girl.
Huh.
Oh my
What's
God.
up? Girl, she threatened to call Savon. Girl, what was she gonna do? You my client, bitch. You ain't heard. I'm a space renter, girl. After COVID, bitch, we wasn't doing the commission shit, and she wasn't paying me no paycheck because Savon had a problem.
Not too much, bitch.
So, bitch, I was like, I come and I pay for my little spot. That means you leave me the fuck alone, and you manage your goddamn business. You not here when I'm here anyway, so we cool. We don't use each other's products. And I'm like, anyway, this bitch is like, girl, you let me girl the fuck I'm not. Girl, who? What you gonna do? You gonna make me? Bitch, make me. I think she was trying to piss me off, but she know I'm the type of bitch that I would come out this door and whoop your ass. But while Cole Venetia's out here, I'm not whooping nobody's ass, bitch. I'm not gonna catch the call off while to correct your ass, bitch. I shut the door. Bye.
You shut the.
Girl, you better get your employees.
Make you wear a mask, okay? We're taking temperatures. We're doing all that. And your signs are released. And that bitch be everywhere. Oh, now. You've been quarantining. Girl, I've been watching your timelines from Instagram and Facebook, bitch. You is everywhere. It's what you've been doing. Everywhere. You no quarantining, bitch. That's a whole goddamn lie.
That part.
You ain't come up in here, girl, so you can take you and your cough somewhere else, girl. And this is why we don't take the class, because we feel like that most clients who get rejected by their stylists because of the fact that, you know, they're not quarantining and things, and they trying to pass this shit on, girl. Who get rejected by their stylists because of the fact you don't know about them. Let's learn today. Yeah. Everywhere, bitch. I think she's been in like week and it wasn't for work. Who? Tell me where? Where your basket, girl?
Oh God.
She ended up in here, so I'm just chilling to my next appointment. Savon is gone. I was talking to her, but you know, she funny. She funny. I mean, she would have agreed with not letting her in.
Right.
But probably not how I handled it. But bitch, I'm a whole ground woman, bitch. And she kills me trying to run me, honey. And now that I pay for my space, what you gonna do?
Nothing, girl.
Oh, how I want to. Bitch, you wasn't here today, and you didn't. Good day, hoe. You in your nappy baby hair.
No.
I want to sit out there, girl, so I uploaded this shit, honey. I know she gonna see because I told her to please.
Did.
And y'all have a good show tonight. Thank you.
Yeah.
Too much. I mean, I had that blocking spirit today, okay? I block her. And you know, she already angry and probably just giving you an hour is what she said, so I block her.
I'm not as bad right now, girl.
Don't let me start a block party. Be cute. Like, share, subscribe, okay?
Oh my God.
That hoe was up to something because, bitch, you rushed me out. She rushed me out today. Yeah, I knew she was up to some shit. But she tried. But yeah, she boo friends now, bitch. So she can do what she want to do, bitch. As long as I get my weekly amount, bitch, I don't say shit.
So she can say that as long as she wants.
As long as I get my amount every week, she can do what she want to do. As long as she don't fuck, because we ain't at the same time. So as long as she keep the shit clean, she was right. Don't let that hoe in. You don't know where she been, girl. We ain't doing this shit. But girl, I wouldn't have advised her to talk to the client like that. But that's her coin. As long as she got my coin at the end of the week, it's whatever, girl.
So you gonna let your employee talk like that to your
client? That's not my employee. She's a booth renter. I don't pay her.
Okay. Enough said.
Dear renter. Dear renter.
Dear renter. And a piece of printed paper.
Girl, I pulled that paper out there, got that printer, and I grabbed that pen, and I was like, what you ain't gonna do? Yeah, now, Shaquansha's too much of a liability, and so she's got her, since we can't be at the same time, she booth rents, and she pays for her space. I leave, she come in, our clients don't cross each other. If she want to fuck up her brand like that, she can. It ain't my client. And I know who she's talking about too. Po baby.
Ooh.
Po baby.
Go. What did you eating?
I just had a salad and now I'm eating pizza. But I'm trying to hold it down because somebody on this live.
Oh, it's okay, girl.
I'm holding it down.
I'm sitting here doing this number right here, and that is not holding it down, child.
Don't listen to Shaquansha. I'm better now. The first 4 days were the hardest, and now my spirit is somber. I've gotten a system. I've got my good old Mio energy, Lord Jesus. So, you know, we're doing well. I've had this, and I've had, let's see, a protein shake and some fat-free pudding is all I've had today.
I just want to say I love the braids. I really like the braids.
You like my little braid wig?
Yes,
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, that was Shaquansha. See how she just comes out, those multiple personalities and shit be coming out. So listen, speaking of braids and throwbacks, did you guys know that Netflix got the rights to all of our favorite old?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. The Parkers, honey. Moesha started August 1st. The Game season 1 through 3 will be August 15th. Sister should be September 1st. Girlfriends, which is my all-time favorite, should be 11th. The Parkers, October 1st. Half and Half and 101. I guess they said, goddamn it, you gonna be on here any goddamn way with the Parkers, girls. You ain't have to do your comedy special. You still on here.
Look,
and they still gonna pay you.
I love Moesha, but I'm probably gonna be more invested into watching. As far as going back and watching every single episode, I will probably go back and watch The Girlfriends, only because I've never actually seen The Girlfriends from start to finish. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of it, so it'll be good just to sit there and watch from season to season. And 101, I used to love 101 as well.
Oh my God! So I've not watched. None of them I've watched from beginning to end. So this is going to be a thrill for me.
Yes.
I'm excited about The Game.
The game.
Now the game, they played the hell out the game on BET. When I tell you they played the game so much on BET, I was so every time I woke up, the game was on. So yeah, the game I can tell you now I won't be watching.
You know what I'd have thought?
Like
I would have thought though that BET would have tried to acquire all of them since that is black entertainment. I would have thought BET would have tried to, to invest in all of them.
Well, they all.
But I think
BET is Viacom now. So
I think, but the Parkers, they come on late at night. So the Parkers, I don't think the game plays anymore because, like you said, I don't think they have the rights to it. But I know the Parkers and Moesha, I think, are the only two that actually they play syndicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought the game was a part of HBO, wasn't it?
No.
BET.
It was BET.
It came on BET.
Yeah.
See, getting the education.
They don't play no more though on BET, I don't think.
But
well, the game started on CW.
I think what happened is that a lot of, Netflix still got to get rights, even if they're original HBO or BET or all those series. I'm just glad to see they take this whole Black Lives Matter thing like to the fullest. I mean, because they should have been had these shows, in my opinion.
Right, because they've always had Friends in Office and stuff like that. So
they just lost the Friends in Office and all that to
because Peacock.
Yep.
Because Peacock got them now.
Yep.
And they owned by Disney, aren't they?
Yep.
Because Disney is not playing.
Disney
is taking all of their shit to Disney Plus, all of their content, so all of their affiliate businesses too.
But and a lot of people don't know that Hulu and ESPN is owned by Disney too, so that's why you can get the 3 for $12.99.
Exactly. I didn't know who owned by. I didn't know that Disney acquired Hulu.
Still ain't got my Disney. I think I'm gonna get Disney.
At first, well, if you go back and you do your research, because I jumped in when they first got started with it, like they offered all of it, but like I got ESPN specifically for my brother because my brother's a sports fan, but my brother never used it, so I'm like, why pay for it? And I never really watched Hulu, so a lot of the unfamily friendly stuff goes to Hulu. So that's why you do like a lot of American Dads and stuff like that is on Hulu instead of on Disney Plus, because Disney Plus is strictly family friendly entertainment.
Family friendly, racist, all that good stuff.
That's why the Song of the South is not played on there anymore either.
They trying to clean up their image, girl. They trying to be real Snow White.
Girl, I was gonna tell you, Savon, I'm looking at the playback on my iPad, and when I tell you the lighting and everything on your camera and stuff is everything, like the lighting, the background, all of that, the visual is like.
Thank you. It's I'm on my Galaxy book, so when I'm downstairs, I'm typically on my what I call it, Jazz, my dollar store laptop, which is
your
really
dollar store laptop.
It don't have as good of a camera, but still, so that's good. Thank you, I appreciate that. I figured how it was gonna work because I changed my banner, but thank you, I appreciate that. It's a struggle with this lighting. You know how it is.
Yes, child. Look, my lighting ain't even right tonight, but that's all right, honey. Everything is impromptu. We gonna roll with it for the whole.
Some days it'll show us real orange. I don't know. I can't get it. I'm just rolling with it. But thank you, honey. Well, you look good. Your skin is glistening. You look like you've been drinking enough water.
I have. I've been trying to look. Let me tell you. I've been sitting here trying to sit here and drink water, pray, honey. I've been sitting here just kumbaya. And then, all of this other stuff been happening, that just came unexpected this week and everything. And it's all, good. But I say that to say that I'm still forever. And it reminded me. And I guess it's amazing how God works, because I feel like sometimes certain things happen in your life to remind you of how important other things were to you. So it reminded me how much I really missed, as far as where I started, which is with Savon, Jasmine, doing the YouTube thing and everything. And, which led to me, of course, meeting Bridget, D-Star, and, silent artists, and, a host of other people, Evolution of Veil. Like it, I guess you would say, refocused me back to focusing on what is important and why I love to do what I love to do, in terms of that. So, everything happens for a reason. So I guess that just was meant, to happen for me to just be like, okay, you like to put a fire back in you and get your ass back out there and make it do what it do, child.
Well, we are so glad you're here. We started all this shit together. And well, as far as the lives, let me just say, the other content.
I still can't tell you how we all three started this thing. I've been trying to sit and think of it for the longest all week, and I still can't sit and tell you. All I know is that we all met through Mac.
Well, so
I can tell you. I can tell you.
Oh, tell us.
Okay, so the way that we all three met was off of Chi Chi had you on his show.
Yep.
When Chi Chi had you on his show, I came in afterwards. So you and Savon was talking and everything. I came in the next go around because you was on Chi Chi's show twice. The first time I was in the comments. The second time I actually came on there. We was all sitting and chit-chatting, flirting and acting crazy. And then me and Savon exchange information then, and we started talking on
because I kept seeing you on Maddie's and we kept seeing each other on the Patreon.
And so we exchanged information, and me and Savon connected on Instagram because we did a couple Instagram individual lives to each other. We sat and talked for hours on that. You remember?
Girl.
And that's when I was telling you about everything that I had in my vision of where I was going to, and you was like, girl, and I was like, then so then from there, that's when the last time that we was all Apostle D-Lo was on and Savon, and then that's what I officially met you, Mr. 6'8", and from that point on, like we all sit and we talked offline again, and that's where the chemistry and stuff came from there. And speaking of that or whatever, I had time to sit and reflect on a lot of different things too. And sitting and reflecting on a lot of different things, in life, it doesn't always give you lemonade. Sometimes you have to make it out of the situations. And for us to be adults, to move forward from one place to the next, like, you sit and you think about different things. Like I share with everybody about me and my COVID situation. And when Mr. was going through his situation, which, I shared with him, like you get scared and it makes you thinking about things that are truly not personal, but things that are really meaningful, and the versus things that's just straight bullshit.
Just put it in.
So, I reflected a lot on that, and it kind of sort of goes in corresponding with whenever 2 Thursdays ago when I talked about mental health. You know what I'm saying? COVID right now is playing a lot on everybody's mental state.
Right.
And when you are at that point that you have to go and get tested for it, it's actually 10 times worse magnified, because you're sitting and thinking of, I could have did this differently. I could have did that differently. What if I got this one? And I mean, this is just me speaking. I can't talk about anyone else, but because I'm with my mom right now, and I have an older mother in the house. I got my nieces, my nephews come around. I could have got them infected. I could have got them. But long story short, or whatever, it makes you put in perspective. Like, are you going to keep holding on to foolishness, especially when you never really had an opportunity to sit down and to conversate with that person? Or are you just gonna be like, you know what, mister, I love you and I miss you, and regardless of what has transpired, I'm big enough to say, welcome home, because I missed you.
I missed you too.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
I really have.
You done missed all. You ain't missed all this good done, Debbie's, because you ain't even thought about me to send me no cake or anything. Because the way to a fat girl heart is to get me a piece of my cake from Marietta Diner. You ain't even did it.
Y'all so silly. Yeah,
but I mean, it makes you put into retrospect and it makes you think about stuff that's actually truly, if it means something to you, and people are put in your life, and then I'm gonna be quiet. I'm sorry, I'm taking us in a different direction, but people are put in your life for different things. You either need to learn something from them, you need to help them grow some type of way, or they're there to help and to encourage you. Now, I can say that in three different ways with Savon. Me and her done had the conversations. She done been there to put the foot up the butt when I needed it. She done been there to take it. Hey, girl, I'm gonna pick you up. She done checked on the strong friend. Out of those three, Me and Mister, we done been there a couple times on some things, and some things that we just bottom out on, and it was a disagreement, this there and this there. Even with me and Bridget's new to the whole situation. You know, the main important thing that I'm going to say, and I'm going to be done with it, is that we're all adults. We all make mistakes, and as long as we can take an opportunity to admit to each other, online or offline or whatever, that we've had this situation and we need to talk about it, instead of letting it fester up to being something that is absolutely not, we should take the time and talk to each other. And I know I'm guilty of not doing it because I get into my feelings, you know. So you know, I'm just saying for me, because I don't want nobody else to take something that they're not. But you know, I'm guilty of not reaching out. And if I am reaching out to someone, being very short and sweet to the point, because, you know, I've just learned over the years, that's how you have to do. But now my mindset now is completely different. So.
Well, wait a minute. We ain't had no beef. Who had beef?
I'm just speaking in general, baby.
Oh, okay.
There she going in on 12,562 again.
I could be at that today.
I do want to say though, and this is just, you know, to, you know, since now that you mentioned it, to the viewers, people that watches, the supporters out there and stuff, especially, you know, when we started this thing, you know, like I said, it all happened just, you know, this thing, divine intervention. It just, you know, things aligned, the universe aligned, God made it happen, everything synced, and boom. And the fact that I guess we meshed so well together, it became a thing of where, you know, people really like watching us. And I think that's the reason why people enjoy watching us, because of the fact that it's such a well-blended balance. Because we all, you know, have different personalities, you know, within our own right, you know, and stuff. But what I do want to say, you know, especially for the supporters and watchers, is that, you know, we all are human, you know. And that's, you know, why I always try to stress to people that, you know, I never want to be looked at as somebody famous or somebody like, oh my God, you know, it's Mr. 6'8", you know, like I don't want to like get into that. I guess you would say that like lane, because of the fact that, you know, I want to.
It's gonna happen, girl.
But you know, I guess my only thing is that I like this what it is now, because it feels so close knit, and I just feel like that at times, you know, when people get so invested into us, they fail to see that we all are human beings and stuff. And as a result of that, you know, I just, you know, want to, you know, share with the supporters that we do love you all for being so invested into us and, you know, believing in us. But at the same time, you know, just understanding that we are humans. We all are prone, myself especially included, are prone to sit here and make mistakes and do stuff wrong, or may not handle stuff, you know, correctly, or just whatever the case. But I just want to, you know, say that, you know, look at us as humans. We are just, you know, even though, yeah, we are here to entertain, and, you know, here to, you know, provide laughter and a distraction and all of this craziness.
Well, but, you know, I ain't no entertainer, child.
just look at us as humans. That's it. You know, like I'm you know, we all are, like we all are approachable. We all are, you know, relatable. But, you know, we all are humans. We all have feelings and stuff. And, you know, like I said, just that's all that I wish to say on that. And I'm just glad to be able to, you know, be back amongst to what feels like to me family. Like, I don't look at y'all as like, you know, just people out there. I look at y'all as like, you know, family. And, you know, family first, fight, child, you know, make up, whatever the case. So, hey.
You still can't come home.
I'm gonna cry.
You still can't come home.
I have said this, and I'll say it again. The difference between friends, people building friendships and holding on to long-term friendships is not the fact that you don't have issues. It's how you resolve them and how you handle them.
All right.
Because everybody gonna have the same issues, but the way you resolve them and how you handle them makes the difference on the connection and how long you have a friendship and or connection. So, because nothing's perfect. I know I'm damn sure ain't perfect. Shaquansha will tell you I ain't perfect.
Okay.
I know her ass ain't perfect. Plus now her damn clients Girl, the next week you're gonna be wishing that hoe came without that mask, girl. You're gonna be trying to get them dollars.
Oh, Savon says this warms your heart. Isn't that so sweet?
It does. It warmed it in my heart. It took me off the fact that I was hungry.
Well, let me bring you back.
Look, you know what? You ain't shit, go. That's all I'm gonna say. So listen, here's what this was a perfect, even though it was real, it's a perfect impromptu because I really wish that the housewives, the real housewives of Atlanta would also have this feeling about each other because girl, y'all know how much I love me some Nene Leakes. Love me. But girl, she didn't get her contract renewed.
No, they didn't. No. I just seen because I know that Bravo said Bravo.
Everybody know I love. Wait a minute, hold on, sis. According to B. Scott, baby.
No, he don't have to.
They said no, it is alleged that she didn't get her contract renewed, and she was kind of upset about that. And she, everybody's been alluding to the fact that she got a lawsuit against Bravo for unfair treatment. Now, she claims that the non-African American cast members have been allowed to leave and have issues with Andy and all the rest of them without any type of, negative feedback or negative results or, effects because of it. Now, I feel like Nene has brought the heat. I feel like the fact that she's trying to be a little bit more kumbaya, I think that has affected how they feel, but I think they still need to keep her on the show, though. That's how I feel.
Now, I looked it up before we got that because I knew you were going to talk about this. They said like a couple of hours ago, Bravo denied that. Bravo said they're still in contract. They're still in process of talking about it.
Thank you.
They
have not agreed.
And then I hope it's wrong, but they she done alluded to some little lawsuits.
Beast got me wrong. Beast Scott said one year that Kenya was coming back, she didn't come back. He said Fader was coming back one time, she ain't pregnant still. Like came. He be wrong.
Oh, I love Beast Scott. But you said Beast Scott was wrong though, right? Okay, well I'm glad because I was thinking, and then. So we're going to also keep Nene in prayer because what I do know is that, the COVID-19 and, all of this stuff has she had to close her swag boutique in Atlanta. What? Yep. So it's closing. However, the one in MGM and some of her other properties, they are still open. But the one in Atlanta is.
Did they say fixtures for sale?
Everything, baby. When you closing everything, girl, you sell everything in the store, honey. The suitcases, the curtains, the light bulbs, you sell everything. Now, this is one of those.
Run down there and find me something down there.
Here's what I want to say to Lanithia Leaks, girl. Keep your head up because guess what? In this circle of life, there's highs and there's lows. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is being affected right now with all of this. So they were saying that she wasn't going to be a part of the cast. When they released this photo, they released it of just the ones they actually have signed contracts for. So I hope that she gets back on and she gets her peach with the other girls. And of course, the friends of the show will definitely be on. So Marlo will be there.
Marlo.
She'll be there.
Hold on a second though, because I wanted to see you in touch real quick, if I may. JS, what was you saying about the contract? Because there was something I wanted to touch on when you was mentioning that they
said they were still in contract. They were still in negotiation with the contract, and not only that, they were saying also that she was getting a spinoff.
Okay, she was getting a spinoff, and see, my only thing with that is that I feel like that Nene really don't need the Atlanta Housewives at this point. It's a good platform.
She may not need it, but they need her to keep the ratings.
Right, they need her to keep
because the season that she was not on there, nobody really watched it and paid attention.
Nobody watched this shit.
So it's not necessarily because she is the OG of there. So it's not necessarily she needs it, but they need her.
Yeah,
you think so?
I do, because all of the other ladies, okay, we're gonna keep it 2000.
Yeah, please.
So, with outside of Portia slapping a hoe and cussing a hoe out, what does Portia bring?
Um,
I'm just
I mean,
saying. Hold on.
She's funny.
Okay, so outside of
and she's
twirling and being shady, but then she doesn't have anyone to be shady with without needing being there. What does Ken bring?
Girl, Ken brings the shade with anybody. I think that Nene was just her focus this year, but I think it's all about a focal person every year.
Candy is boring. I mean, the only thing she really shows is how you can be a successful Black entrepreneur lady, which is really good. And outside of that, her mama bring more drama than she do.
Yes, we need Mama Joyce.
No, I can't stand that hoe.
No,
I can't stand her.
I just feel like she's not been respectfully put in her place, and it's just kind of like, and I think you could respectfully put someone there, respectfully.
Listen, I believe when it comes to Mama Joyce, that's gonna be always a lot of resentment there, because me personally, as much as she done bash Todd and everything and tried to sit here and say X, Y, and Z, and now the man Mama done passed on to heaven and stuff, I'm just like, he gotta really love Candy, that not have that
agreed
resentment towards for that, because like she really went in.
She went in. She went dog, dirty dog.
But it's a point that I look at it like this, and maybe I'm wrong because I'm not married. I understand when you marry a person, you marry into their family. I understand that, but you also have to have that wall there too. Like, and with Miss Joyce, she done stepped over all these different walls that she should not have never stepped over. But then that's where Candy's pussy came in place. It's just like last Sunday when we talked about old girl and the mama fighting about sitting in the front seat. Like, that's where Candy should have put her mother in a place to begin with.
A gentleman.
And then all of this right here been like, look, mama, you've had your opportunity to do what you got to do. This is my opportunity to do what I have to do. I can respect your input, but your input is just that. Input. If you're going to be around us, we're together as a unit, because in the word it says when you marry your significant other, your partner, you pull from the family and you neglect everyone else and you cling to that person. So you become one as a unit.
Neglect.
Well, not necessarily in those words, but you know what I'm saying. You pull away from them. And you're supposed to be. It's supposed to be all inclusive with that one person. You're not supposed to be trying to make sure that your mama's happy and you saying the hell with your husband, or you're not trying to make sure your daddy's happy and saying the hell with your wife. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be husband and wife together as a bond, and then everything else falls into place.
Yes.
But until she gets that right there fixed, she's never gonna be happy in her relationship.
Never.
She's never gonna be happy because she's always gonna have something to say so, and then she's always gonna have to jump to the defense of her, and that's where I feel like that she's okay for the show, because she shows a different side of being a housewife, but she's not showing with her mother and the mother situation. Like, she's showing how a person can take and manipulate a person over and over and over and over again, and she needs to take and do something about it.
Agreed.
Right, I agree. But what didn't they add 2 other people? I thought this season
they did. They added. I don't have their names because I don't know who they are.
I can't think. I forgot. I don't know who the people are, like, as far as
one is like Latoya somebody, and
I think one of them was in the game. I can't think her name, but she played Durin's the girl that was pregnant. Or something like that.
You're talking about Sadora, whatever her name is, Sadora.
She
hasn't been confirmed yet.
But I've heard several different blog sites mention her, so she's at least a strong candidate.
She's a candidate, but she hasn't been confirmed.
Confirmed. Okay.
Come on, entertainment news.
Come on, confirmed. Listen.
Come on, entertainment news.
I need to get you in on the flyer as well, honey, so we can get you right in on this commercial, honey. One moment, darling.
Yes.
Yeah. honey. Yes, God. Thank you so much for joining the Save On Experience Saturday Night Social Club. You could be anywhere and yet you're here with me. So please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for joining. Now, you know we have friends of the show. On Sunday, yes, we've got the Cool Down with Miss Jasmine Devine at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. She'll be bringing you what to what news and that song that go, Then if you want more topics and trending news, join us on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard, 8 p.m. yours, with the infamous Chi-Chi, where we'll also bring you hell to the all news. So join in, like, share, and subscribe. Back at 8 p.m. that same night on Tuesdays, we've got Chat with Divine. You never know who may drop in, so make sure you tune in. That's right, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time at the Chat with Divine channel. Now, lovelies, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us this night. Hope you subscribe and hope you like the content we have for you. Please share, please like, leave a comment and tell me what I'm doing good, what I could be doing better, and if I'm doing something wrong, gently nudge me and say, girl, what's going on? Once again, thank you so much for joining the Save On Experience Saturday Night Social Club. Have a good night and continue to enjoy.
Yes, for voiceover.
Yes.
I like that.
Come on, Bubba.
I love that.
Thank you.
Y'all like my new wig?
Boom.
Y'all like my new wig?
It's called Naturals by
All
Devon.
natural.
Yes,
natural.
All
God.
natural.
Speaking of wigs,
So y'all,
speaking of wigs, did y'all see that thing that everybody was trying to say that Moesha was wearing wigs back in the 90s on Moesha, and she had to clear up the rumors that she wasn't, and that she tried to get she said that she tried to keep her hair braided as fresh as possible, as much as possible for the show. But people was actually saying that she was wearing wigs back in when she was doing Moesha. I'm like, girl, that was first of all, that was way back in the 90s.
but they
That
had
don't
them.
mean anything. That don't mean anything.
They still made them, true enough, but I've never.
I don't think she was either, because she started having some traction. She started having issues with traction, and you don't typically, you know what I'm saying? She was keeping them fresh. She was because when she stopped wearing that hairline.
Yep.
And then she had the other styles where, you know, like the ponytails, and then she had like as the show progressed, I think she went with like a more wider instead of the micro braid. It became like a more like full out, you know,
to
like,
reduce
like
she was losing the hair.
She was losing.
That hairline was more like this.
She was. I mean, that's what happened. So listen. So you guys, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the news. However, well, we all do. Let's just keep it real. Do y'all believe any of the accusations that the people are bringing against Ellen Degeneres?
What happened? I don't know. What
Well,
happened?
About that. Yes, go ahead. Go, darling.
Well, what I believe that it was executive producer because he stepped down. Now, everybody keeps saying Ellen had a hand in it too. I heard some people were saying that Ellen was mean. She wasn't very warming. But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I believe that she was like any other really famous comedian, or not comedian, talent that has a large brand that they're constantly trying to make sure they keep. I look at it like this. We're smart. We're small YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
Look at the pressure that we have on our platforms today. Right. Today. Think about how massive and how overwhelming. Now, regardless of the blessing, this is what you asked for. Think of how overwhelming it is. And then to know that a brand like Ellen, if you worked there, if you interned there, if you did anything, you put that on your resume, baby, that's going to get you places.
Right.
I mean, I believe she was a boss. Is any workplace perfect? I think every last one of us can have a complaint about our workplace being hostile.
Amen.
Is she going to be somebody you can just walk up to? Hell no, she's Ellen. She's got a lot of shit she got to cover. You just can't have some random ass chat. I do believe that certain producers and certain people probably put the fear of God in some people. Like, don't walk up, don't look at her in the face, don't do it, because that's just what you do. If we even watch the whole Devil Wears Prada and the whole Vogue, editor of Vogue, I mean, everybody has this fear complex of people in positions of power like that.
Yeah, that's true. And somebody mentioned when I was down to the radio show earlier this week, I didn't really think about it, but then somebody mentioned that during the quarantine, I don't know how true it is. I'm gonna say allegedly, because I said it, and I just don't want nobody getting sued, no shit. But
just say
allegedly that she was using when she did the show from her house, she was using different producers than she normally did at the show, and a lot of people was upset that she wasn't using the staff, as the producers who did it from the house versus at the actual thing. But my only thing is that we've never heard Ellen as far as dragging anything when it comes to a toxic work environment up until this point right here. So my thing is, like, if it was really, I feel like with all the years that has went by her track record, like, it's like, I don't know, it's like every now and then you hear this thing like Steve Harvey. It happened to him about 3 years ago. They were saying that, he didn't want nobody even saying a word to him when they walked by him, supposedly, and all this stuff, and how difficult he was to work with. It's happened, I feel like, to everybody at some certain extent. Somebody has put it out there that somebody is difficult to work with, or either they don't want nobody speaking to them directly.
Don't look at me.
Just, some kind of off the wall stuff. So I don't know. Like,
I mean, I feel you, but I'm gonna break it back down to us regular coloreds and stuff. Us regular people. So with any person, wherever you started at in the work field, entry level or whatever, everybody's always taught that your floor manager or your restaurant manager or your shift manager, whoever it is your authority at that time. And then it's a hierarchy on how it is. So you have your manager, or you have your shift lead, you have your manager, you have your assistant, hey baby, and then you have your GM from your GM, and I'm speaking on restaurant terms, and then you have your district manager, and then your area coaches and different things like that. So each one of those are a different level of respect that you're supposed to have for that person, because that person can literally walk in and fire you without whatever, So I feel like because of her being a brand, and her not only being a brand, but she is ultimately the boss, because the show is her show, Ellen. You know what I'm saying? And to piggyback off what you're saying, as long as, even when she went through her breakup and her divorce from her wife, it was no rumors and stuff of her being mean, rude, or hateful and stuff. They still have a ongoing relationship still to this day. So I feel like, like you were saying, that maybe it's just someone that they wanted the money, but if you're on a completely different side of the world, on different, if she's on the West Coast and they're on the East Coast, and it's hard enough for us, and we're just a couple states apart.
Right.
So imagine trying to do this, and you're in different time zones trying to do a show. So how are you going to get upset and mad with somebody because they're doing a show at a different time frame? And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't get all of that, but I just feel like with us in general, we're all taught there's a certain level, because even we can take and even look at another way in church. You said you have the main pastor or whatever. A lot of people don't get an opportunity to talk to that person because that person is put up on a certain type of pedestal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you raise a really good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I had to say, there's been rumblings about Ellen being this for a while. This is not just coming out of nowhere.
Right.
It just has more publicity now.
I think, but see,
because of Covanisha.
And I also feel like, and this may be me being a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like people, if you look at what Ellen has publicly stood for, let's just, I say publicly, because I don't know what she stands for privately. Sometimes people do things for the, because it's a popular thing to do. I feel like she's been authentic. I really do. But when you think about the public thing she stands for a lot of minority-based issues. And I
Right.
feel like being that she is a part of the LGBTQ community, even though she's the Caucasian side, you know, they can say that all day long. I still feel like that this is also a way to kind of keep us in place sometimes. Because
Right.
if all this stuff was going on, which I don't believe it's brand new, let's say it's true. You're right, niece. It's not brand new. Why now?
Right.
What are you trying to prove? What are you trying? You know what I'm saying? I feel like they do that to kind of hold things over our heads. And the bigger you get, the more you have at stake.
Right.
And the thing is, it's not directly Ellen necessarily doing all those things because, no, to be honest, the stuff that I heard it's directly Ellen saying that she doesn't want to be talked to and she doesn't want people coming up to her and all the other stuff. I'm like, bitch, if I was the boss too, bitch, I don't want you coming to fuck. I wouldn't either.
Right.
So I understand that. I understand that part. But the issues that I was having is that it seems like it's unsafe for people that are working under her. And that's what the issue is.
How is it unsafe though? Like
People are saying that like there's sexual assault allegations and other stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about that because I don't put that past nobody, girl.
Yeah. So they're saying and then because she's the face of the brand, if that's happening under your nose and you're not saying anything about it, it's kind of like how the whole thing with Lena Waithe happened when that the actor was doing all that stuff to the other actress. It looked bad on her because she's the brand.
Yeah.
And it's under her name. So if she didn't take care of it in a proper way, she was gonna have negative publicity for the show.
Well, they say she's trying to do a lot to repair her brand and protect her brand. It's been alluded to. I don't know how true this is that you know she was even thinking about stepping down, right, from the show to protect her brand. And I had seen a few articles where there were a few people on Twitter. So Twitter, you know, went to work. You know how Twitter do. Twitter went to work, and so far they've stated that they have a couple replacements. Some would like to see Tiffany Haddish.
No, I love Tiffany, but no.
Definitely not.
Some would like to see, you know, did you say no?
I love her damn. I love Tiffany Philly all day, but no, still not.
But I feel like whenever people, I
don't
understand trying to protect the brand, but I also feel like this. Whenever you take and you do something, especially if you step down from something like that, like even though you're not saying it, but it's like people automatically assume that you're guilty of whatever it is that they're saying that you're guilty of. Because, you know, even with, you know, the people like, well, I'll use Patti LaBelle. Like they say Patti LaBelle's a diva, this, that, and the third, but she's earned that right because she's put in the time, she's put in the work. So I don't feel like that should be something that, unless it's something physically that's happened to you, like if I walked up to Mr. or if I walked up to Savon and I slapped y'all, you know what I'm saying? Then you have a reason to really go there. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, rumors are going to be around forever and a day about people because there's so many different, even in YouTube right now. Let's just keep it to 10,000. Even with YouTube, there's so many different people now saying that this person done did this to this one done did that to that one. They have no factual information about the stuff, but then they take and they pin people against each other on foolishness.
They do.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's always going to be rumors, even if everybody on YouTube stop doing YouTube and there's a whole new set of people that come in behind it, it's going to start rumors right back up again. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's foolishness, and I think she should be strong. She's so seasoned in this. She should be at a point now that she could be like, you know what? I'm gonna ride this wave on out and do whatever damage control that I need to do, but ride this wave on out
and fire everybody.
And start a whole new.
I think the difference right now is the whole hashtag Me Too movement, the whole everything that's been going on that we've been giving these focuses on for the last few years. I also feel that the bigger your brand, the bigger the risk and the more is at stake.
Right.
So sometimes you have to make drastic changes to protect your brand long term. I don't think she should step down either. I think she should address it unless there's some truth to it. And then you might want to just kind of leave it alone and, you know, to protect your brand long term. But I don't know. I just think that if we all get big, we all gonna go through it at some point.
I think
So then,
I think that she should fire which he's already stepped down, which seems like he was one of the main people that was doing the racial, the
Sexual stuff.
sexual and all that stuff. Get rid of him and tell everybody in there, if y'all don't stop it, or if y'all don't, you know, or whatever, y'all gonna be next too.
Yeah.
Or just get rid of everybody who they said is the one doing it.
so then what about with like saying, for instance, like using Oprah? Like a lot of people said Oprah is difficult to work with.
Yep.
But they ain't stop her from doing what she's doing.
I think
She's still a billionaire. She's still doing what she got to do.
I think they confuse difficult and passionate and very specific about your brand. I mean, you get what I'm saying? When you have so much at stake, look, not everybody can come in and fill these shoes, but you just can't.
Right.
And the person who didn't do the best job, or who did a great job and felt like they did the best of their ability, but then somebody else was able to come in and do even better, sometimes you feel slighted. That's just real. You feel slighted. And it's not, and to every, if you think about it, what if you go back to the biblical passages, it says to much is given, much is required.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be difficult. If you're working for a big brand and you want to be a part of that team, it's going to significantly help you downstream and upstream just from your association. It's not supposed to.
Yeah, that's just like with the music artists, you know, when they sign on to these record labels, and these record labels have a whole different ideas of what they want the artists to sit here and look like and put out as far as, you know, the whole image thing. And you have some artists that they'll tell you that sometimes they've had to sit here and cut ties, or they've had to take, you know, a loss because of the fact they just don't want that for themselves based on what the record label wants for them because of the fact they don't feel like it's a good look or to be good with what they have as their own vision, you know, for themselves. So that's what I see it as. I see it as more of a thing of when you get to a certain point, especially when you know that people are going to, you know, pull you apart for everything, nitpick at you for everything, you become more self-conscious of, you know, of what you want to put out there as far as, you know, certain things. And then especially when you're signed on to big companies or big record labels or, you know, whatever the case, and they have whole different other ideas of the way they want you to sit here and run your, you know, to show that you're the main person of, you know. So I feel like that plays a part in, you know, with that, you know, as well. And that's just, you know, that's just the way it is. You know, I've even told Jasmine back a couple of like maybe 2 months ago, we was having a conversation with Anthony about some things, and I you know, went and said, you know, off the cuff that, you know, I was like, look, Jasmine, we all know Jasmine likes to have full control of her own stuff, rightfully so, because, you know, she knows what she wants to put out there. She knows how she wants her stuff to look. She knows what her expectations are. And, you know, I see nothing wrong with that. You know, when you are passionate about what you do, you know what works for yourself. So can't nobody, I mean, I understand when you sign on with people, it becomes a tricky thing because now you got to kind of like abide by their rules. Yeah. But
sometimes, if you think about some of the mega stars and the mega stars out there, all of them have had to do it. It's an old spiritual saying: you got to do what you got to do so that you can do what you want to do. Yeah. And none of the stars came out doing what they wanted to do. They had to prove, and they had to follow the system, and then continue to do. And then once they got to that point where they had that notoriety, where they can write their own ticket, then that control became theirs. Beyonce and Destiny's Child didn't come out doing what they wanted to do.
Right.
Patti LaBelle didn't always come out doing what she wanted to do.
Right.
You had to get to that point where you such a powerhouse where you can write your own ticket. So I do understand those who's like, nah, bitch, I'm not doing it. It's not about my brand. I respect that too. I really do. I respect the person that, you know, that can say, you know what, no, I don't really want all this because this is fake and I don't want this to be a part of my journey.
Right.
You know, I get that. Well, now
I'll also say the end that just like with everything, since you are the face, the person that's the face always gets blamed for what happens in the background.
everything,
So
everything.
it might not be Ellen that's doing all the stuff, but if it's her team and stuff like that is happening, it's automatically her fault. So
And that's why so many people are so protective of their brand, because people associate even the inner workers of your brand to you. It's your fault. So a lot of people are really protective because of that. And I think that's why she's trying to make some changes, because she don't want her brand to go down. But just as GoGo just said it, it's just as Jasmine has said it, as well as Mr. If there's a problem in the camp, get rid of the problem in the camp. If you've allowed it to happen, then you do have some responsibility to the problem.
Yeah.
So if you've heard there are issues, and he may be the greatest producer, but there are issues, and you know this is happening, and you did nothing. Okay, if you did try to do something and the network didn't do anything, you know, you may have to lose to some things there too, because the network is backing you, so that's kind of sketchy too. But at the end of the day, you got to protect your own brand, because before the network and after the network, it's still you.
It's still you, right?
Correct.
So I agree. Well, listen, y'all. So speaking of brands, I don't know how this comes together, bitch. The Department of Justice is no longer playing with these folks about these EIDL and PPP loans when they don't have a business, girl. They are cracking down. So there have been people out here getting loans in the name of businesses that they don't have.
somebody said I'm waiting for Andy Cohen to have his day.
Can't hear. Hold on. Is it me?
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up on that.
I mean, there's the lie.
Okay.
You ain't lying, girl.
My mic went out because I couldn't hear you for a second.
Oh, well, we're talking about the scammers. The scamming the federal system, the federal the Small Business Administration on those PPP loans and those EIDLs.
Girl,
Got a man in Houston, had a whole barbecue shop, Texas barbecue.
And how did they find out that it wasn't for real?
Well, one, they were able to go back and check records and business licenses and things of that nature. You've got a restaurant, there's got to be a track on the Department of Health, because they got to come out and do inspections. You got to have a whole license. It's a whole bunch of stuff you got to do. Now, the one thing that I applaud the government for doing well, no, I can't, because bitch, they didn't move fast on me. These fraudulent folks was able to get their money quick.
Exactly.
Without proof.
Yeah.
I still ain't got it.
Let me just tell you though.
And then you got to think about it. Some of these people, just because I got family members, child, I know right now, honey, they're sitting to do it. They be money laundering, creating these fake business, getting these shops.
I gotta go because I don't need to be associated with this one.
Say what?
I said I gotta go because I can't be associated with this one.
Your business gonna get girl. People are doing it.
But I'm just
they
saying,
will do
like,
it.
it is, and the bad part about it is that it's just like they done been in trouble for it, child. They done been in trouble for it, and they still keep sitting here doing it. And I'm like, child, don't y'all know that the FBI once you get on their radar, they gonna constantly watch you,
always watching,
along with everybody else. So I'm like, girl, why would you sit here and continue to send you? And guess what? Guess where they based out of? Down there in the good old city of Miami, Florida. No shade in Miami now, but I'm just saying.
So I'm just saying, if y'all out there
Florida, period,
and y'all, you know, calling yourself a business in lieu of getting an EIDL loan and PPP, and these people getting all this money, you realize it's got to be paid back. It ain't free. So how do you feel like you're gonna pay this money back? It's got to be paid back. So they're passing out indictments. So I'm just sitting here waiting to see the laundry list of people who got these loans and all this money.
Well, you saw them.
I don't know. But I've heard of college students getting these loans and stuff. Bitch, how you got a whole business in college, girl? Like,
Well, you'll be surprised, girl. I know somebody they started their whole business in college, so it does happen,
it does happen,
but
some
not that
they
frequently though.
loans like these, they treating these loans like those Pell Grants. It's not a grant, baby. It's not a grant. You got to pay it back. And what you don't know about the SBA is, baby, they will audit you once a year, if not twice, at any given time. They want proof of where the money is being spent, and it has to be spent on business operational costs only.
Yep, related.
And if it's not, they can charge you a fine, they can imprison you, and ask for the money to be paid back immediately, including taking all the cars, personal property, and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people LLC, they think they covered, not so much when it comes to the government, boo boo.
Yeah, and then let me clarify. Scamming is everywhere, child. They do it here a lot in Atlanta too. They do it everywhere.
They do it everywhere across the world.
It's a whole part of people seeing that's how they want to live. That's how they live is doing. That's why a lot of people they stopped the whole chick thing, because people was writing so many chicks and stuff, knowing good time well they didn't have the money in the bank and then go and return the shit. Like, that's why they cut all that out, because of that same reason. But what I will say is that when it comes to those loans, I was looking on the thing.
Didn't Anthony Brown just get caught for fraud?
Who?
Antonio Brown. I said Anthony. I meant to say Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah, I heard somebody told me about that.
Well, it's alleged, girl. I ain't gonna say it happened.
Antonio Brown, who, the football player?
No, girl.
He's like I gotta look
the bisexual mayor.
Yeah, bisexual. He's a bisexual man, and he did something. But when I was at the radio station, somebody told me that he was like running a whole scheme, like running a whole entire scheme. At this
Let
point,
me type on my computer, girl.
Oh, all this is alleged because we don't know for
it's
sure.
Alleged.
Okay, we don't know for sure. So listen.
Oh, here it is. Hold on, give me 1 second. It says Atlanta's first openly bisexual council member charged with fraud. Let me read on a little bit more. Again, this is all. This is all alleged, y'all. So don't. Where's the allegedly signing?
We don't have alleged. Just got a warning. Listen, we're saying it's alleged. We don't have proof or nothing.
Okay. So let me continue. So
indicted on fraud charges.
So the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that a federal grand jury voted to indict Brown on multiple counts of fraud, including wire fraud, mail fraud, bank fraud, and making false statements on bank loan applications.
So those are the same charges they're passing down to everyone with those fraudulent EDI, EIDL, and PPP loans. That's the list. That's what they coming for them. So, baby, they finna have listen, I don't know. They're going to have to build new prisons because they finna have a laundry list of people out there. Okay?
But to be honest, it's not going to just be him, because remember when the whole remember when the whole COVID the COVID checks came out, and all these big businesses like Ruth Chris and all of them, they're gonna get charged too. I'm just waiting for them.
See, a lot of those businesses, they later returned the money too. These ain't no money. Girl, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
He bisexual?
Yes, child.
She's a cutie too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she's a cutie.
I just want. Oh God. Okay. Well, listen, you guys. I want to thank all of you guys for joining the Savon Experience on this night. Okay, it has been not only a pleasure, it has been an honor to sit here with all of my friends. Miss Jasmine Divine, Go Gadget, Mr. 6'8" came through and showed up as well, and we've got my niece Zion Artist, honey. I want y'all to check out all of their channels. I need to get all of them in a commercial too, honey. Check out all of y'all's channels.
Yes, if Reunited and It Feels So Good was an episode.
Okay.
I'm crying.
We need to just go ahead and just do a quick little thumbnail that says if Reunited was an episode.
Okay. All right.
That part.
This is
But to be
look,
honest, I will just say this, Chair. Anybody in politics, girl, I ain't surprised that they did anything. No shade.
they've been doing this shit for years.
Exactly.
And y'all know, before we go, we've got our YouTuber of the week. And my YouTuber of the week is none other than Evelyn of the Internet. I don't know if y'all know who she is. Oh.
So she new to me.
Well, this is what we do. We like to bring exposure. I'm going to drop the link to her page right here in the comments so everyone can be able to find her and check her out. I absolutely love her content. She's funny. She's also serious about the shit that she do. And she's African American, which I also love, honey. So I'm dropping her link in the comments so you guys can see it. And I'm going to play us a little something, just a little few minutes of what she's bringing to us, Love Muffin. I think she's absolutely hilarious.
Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And let the clap back begin, sis, because they got about 4 or 5 seconds to hop off our every last nerve. No? That's not what we're doing? Take 2. Hey, YouTube world, Ellen. That's lemon water is cleansing. I want to make a guided meditation for stressed out students, specifically Black girls. Stay with me. Back in 2015, the U.S. Department of Education required all public schools to report on the number of counselors, nurses, psychologists, social workers employed on their campuses. Now, the federal government's been reporting on public schools for decades, but this was the first time comprehensive data about law enforcement and staff-to-student ratio was collected. And the results, this is blank. 1.7 million students were in schools with police, but no counselors. That number jumped to 3 million students when it came to schools with a police officer, but no school nurse. And 14 million students attended a school that had a cop, but not a counselor, nurse, social worker, or psychologist. The stress in these numbers. When schools lack support staff like that, coupled with the implicit biases that empower adults in charge to think Black kids are stronger, more dangerous, and sometimes even older than they actually are, you end up with stats like this. Black girls made up 8% of all students in the country, but 14% of students suspended and 10% of students expelled. Black girls made up 60% of the entire female student population, but they made up 39% of girls arrested on campus. To be crystal clear, I'm not saying that if Black girls just calm down, took a chill pill, that none of these things would happen to them. I'm saying that I believe school should be a place of education and refuge, not heightened policing and danger. And in lieu of the support staff that we now know is severely lacking, can I collaborate with some folks to create a resource for my girls? A little bit of self-care while the grown-ups figure it out? I have to at least try. So the plan is...
Anyway, y'all check her out. I absolutely love. She's funny. She's witty. She has content. She has a meaning and purpose behind her content, which we all love. And I just feel like if you're interested in more of what she has to offer and what she has on her channel, I've definitely highlighted the URL. Check her out. I absolutely love highlighting.
I'll check her out.
Yeah, I love. I mean, and she's funny as hell, though. So funny.
Well, I'm gonna definitely queue it up because I done added about doggone 30 new content creators since last week.
I've had a blast.
From recommendations and stuff, and going and looking on people's stuff, and I plan on doing something for them because I want to show support back. I believe it is very important to highlight other content creators and stuff because a lot of the time the energy goes into stuff, child. That's why you know, I told myself, I was like, look, I got to get back in my mindset of posting videos daily like I used to, because, you know, it may
Did you
look
say your
like it's simple.
spouse?
So what?
Did you say your spouse?
Child, I wish I had a spouse.
You said I told my spouse.
No, I told myself. Child, that's their country accent. But if somebody know of a good wholesome person, man, woman, trans, cis.
Oh Lord.
Here he go.
We ain't even going down that road anymore.
All of the above.
It ain't worth the last 4 months. We ain't even going down that road.
I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm gonna sit here and get married the next month and stuff, because you know I'm trying to work on some things with myself. But you know, I'm always for conversation and cocktails and stuff like that. Ain't no shame in my game.
Yes.
Things.
Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with us and having such a grandiose time. Listen, we're going to go ahead and start clearing the house because Mama needs to go eat her some broth. She's a little hungry now.
Oh, you're going to eat your broth?
Broth.
Don't play with me, niece. I can't have my thighs don't need to continue to be thunderous.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, what the hell, broth? What kind of broth?
As ignorant as I've been with my eating, I need to be just as ignorant with the resolution.
Oh.
So, who want to go first? Zylan, baby, tell them where they can find you, Love Muffin.
Hello, everyone. You guys can follow me on my YouTube at Zylan the Autist on YouTube and on Instagram. I will be making some videos this coming week. This coming week. So stay tuned. I'll be discussing the Black is King and Brandy's new album, as well as the new video with Megan and Cardi. I'm trying to stay away from as much of the reviews, so I have a fresh ideas for what I have to say.
Yeah,
so that should be coming out soon. So I just gotta work on some things. But yeah, stay tuned.
Well, hold that thought, Love Muffin. Mr. 6'8", if they don't already know.
God, if y'all already don't know, you can find me, Mr. 6'8", on YouTube, IG, and Facebook, as my name is spelled down there in the left-hand corner, as you see it. And yeah, you know, I'm back on the scene with the gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with the gangster lean. Woo woo.
Yes.
Just stay tuned. You'll see more pre-recorded. I still haven't decided permanent on an actual show, because every time I keep thinking about it, I'm like, do I want to do that time slot? Do I want to do that time slot? So all I can say is, child, just keep your notifications. I'm liable to do an impromptu live here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Who knows, child? I'm just, at this point, it's a whole bunch of randomosity going on over in this camp right now.
All right, randomosity, yes.
And I love y'all. Love each and one of y'all. Jasmine, Gogo Bridget, Savon, Silent Artist. Love all of y'all.
Yes, and we love you back. Hold on one second. Go. Newest, look, one of the newest you're the newest channel, because Zylan actually has a channel and has had. So where can they find you?
Well, I'm up to 91 subscribers now. I'm on my way. You can find me at Go Gadget Bridget on YouTube and on Instagram, and Go Gadget Bridget on Periscope, and Go Gadget Bridget on the Twitter.
You better be on platforms galore, pussy galore, WAP. Listen, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you as always. Hold on one second, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. Co-hostess with the mostest.
Hey.
Where they find you at?
Well, on YouTube, you can find me at Jasmine Divine, which is spelled JazmineDivine. On Instagram, it's Miss Jasmine Divine. I don't be on Twitter, so I never really give out the whole Twitter thing, and I'm not on Instagram. And on Periscope, I'm Miss Jasmine Divine on there too, I think. I just would like to say that I had fun tonight, and I think Yeah, I had fun tonight.
Well, thank you for coming. I had fun as well. I'm gonna have fun with this broth too in a second. I might actually
Yes.
have more than broth. I might actually have the chicken noodle soup. Where I got a little bit of noodle, a little bit of substance in it. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel like I've done something. And I know it's late, but it's not too late for that. So
No, it's only 9:38, so it's not really late.
they say you shouldn't eat after 9, but bitch, when all I had was a shake, water, and some sugar-free pudding, bitch,
I think you can have it.
It's gonna have to be all right, girl. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
All right then, honey. Listen, y'all. Diva One, Silent Radio, Go Gadget, D Main, Lee Alexander, K Johnson, J Love, honey, T Bliss, Lord Jesus, Evolution of Veil. Honey, I see all y'all out there. D Star, what's up, boo boo? Yes. Diva One, I've already said your name, but I'm gonna say it again. K Johnson, honey. And last but not least, all of the rest of our supporters, even Shaquancha's little ragged ass. Thank y'all so much for coming and fucking with me tonight. I appreciate it. You could have been anywhere, yet you were here with me. If I didn't say your name, I promise you, it was not on purpose, okay? Because, you know, some of y'all be dim and you ain't say my name, girl. Don't do too much, okay? I'm hungry and I'm evil, okay? Just saying. Y'all have a good night. I hope you liked it. If you did, like. If you didn't, like it anyway. No, I'm joking. If you're new, welcome and hope you come back and with me again. Okay? Good night, y'all. Love you so much.